2 years ago, I was going to pass my baccalaureate, which is a university entrance exam that is super difficult, and I was vlogging everything on my YouTube channel. The lucky ones got to watch my baccalaureate vlogs, and you are lucky as well because my videos never last for too long. Today, I'm gonna give you 7 advice that you've never heard before. I know that everybody says the same advice about studying and exams, but today, I'm gonna give you some special gift. We are at the age of perfection, and I remember my friend setting these high goals for themselves. I know we've all heard of this quote, aim for the best, reach for the best. I am someone who doesn't believe anything I've been taught. And actually, through my life, I found every time that I set a very unrealistic goal, I simply didn't reach it, and I was always tired during the journey. At the beginning of the school year, when everyone starts setting these high expectations, I want you to isolate yourself and focus. I want you to be true and to face all of yourself. What is your level really like? What are the subjects you are not good at? And how long will it take you to actually reach a certain goal so you can have the major you want at university, right? And that's why the first advice of this video is to work on your nervous system. Here's what happens to your brain and body if you do this. When you are realistic and you don't set high expectations for yourself, your nervous system is more relaxed. You are subconsciously grounded and at ease because you know where you are. And the more your nervous system is at ease, the more you can work better, you will study more, and therefore you will get better grades. And that's the whole secret there. What do you really want to do with your life? See, most of you guys have only grew up in hometowns where you've only heard about a few good jobs, like become a doctor, become this. We've been brainwashed that there are only a few ways we can actually make it in life, when the whole universe is really abundant. You can't even believe how many majors are there. And that's where the whole stress comes in. I had friends who told me, oh my god, if I don't get a good grade on my baccalaureate, I will never make it. That's because you think so, when if you get out of your limitations, you will find out that you are working for something that you don't even want. You have to realize what you want. For me, I knew I needed to do a major, and that major didn't require really high grades, which means I invested some of my energy on other things like my hobbies. And guys, I need you to wake up to the fact that we are living in a completely different world. It means that there are jobs that you don't even know exist now. The third advice, which is also a gift from me, is that you need to create a space that supports you energetically and mentally to study. I started studying feng shui 3 years ago, and it completely changed my perspective. So what I learned is that creating a study space, it gives you an energy that supports you during your studies. For example, Chinese people create a room just for studies. This room, for example, has a library, a really nice desk, and it's called, if you want to know more details about how to make your study space that could support you energetically, you can search about it on YouTube. There are many feng shui teachers. And if you don't believe in this, I find it very useful in my life. If you have any opinions about this, please keep it to yourself, because what matters to me is that it helped me a lot. I've been using flashcards and spaced repetition for almost 5 years, and it has changed my brain and how I think about studies. I can never perceive studies the same way I did before. When I was using this method, like spaced repetition, making flashcards, everybody thought I was wasting time, but I knew exactly what I was doing, because it has not just helped me study, but also made my brain release that stress and hate towards studies. Soon I will make a video exactly about how I use flashcards and what I use and what is spaced repetition. So please stay tuned for that, because it's a long explanation and I cannot do it on this video. The fifth advice is use meditation to visualize your version that you want to be as a student. So, if your brain is rewired to be the lazy, non ambitious person who hates studies, you have to rewire your brain. And this is why we are different. We gotta do things differently. We are a new generation, guys. Do I have to remind you? We can literally rewire our brain to jump into the version that helps us achieve those goals. For example, this year you have a very important exam. Why don't you start visualizing the version of you that's very productive, that focuses well, that version of you that actually exists in the quantum field? You can jump into that version easily through visualization every day. You can practice meditations. There are many meditations about creating the dream version of yourself on YouTube, and you can follow those meditations. The sixth advice is watch motivational content. When I was in high school and still now, I always watch people who are at the same journey I'm through, and I get motivated by them because we as humans, we love to live in a collective. We get motivated and we enjoy seeing others also being in the same journey as us, and because we feel understood, we feel supported. And that's what I want you to do. Maybe start watching more vlogs of students who are at the same level as you. That will help you a lot. This helps me personally. It helps me like crazy. My seventh advice, I want you to trust yourself blindly. The truth is, our soul always guides us. So if you think that what you're choosing is the right thing, it's probably the right thing, because we are very, very guided, and do not stand any expectations from anyone. Only expectations that matter is your expectations to yourself. That's all, guys. I hope you guys got the point of my advice. These are my keys to succeeding in any exam, honestly. If you like my advice, use it, and if you have a different opinion, keep it to yourself. I love you guys so much, and have a great time.